film my knee. I know Brett likes to film his knee sometimes. I thought I might as well do it too. Anyway, yeah, just get this quick opinion out about Brett May and Danny Christie, because I know everybody's going to be wanting to put their opinions out there. I want to get straight to it. Brett May, if you want to save any kind of if you want to save yourself in any way, shape or form, I strongly suggest you put your documents up to prove that you're on licence. That could be your one saving grace. The fact that if you did meet in the street, then you would definitely get recalled, especially if it wasn't alive. But if you can't put that paperwork up, mate, then you were just a man in a car underneath a CCTV camera, absolutely crapping yourself. I mean, you're going to have to put out something up to get some kind of credibility back. Otherwise, you're done. You've been absolutely done. And the only credibility you'll have is if you get the documents up to prove that you're on licence right till July, as you said, because there's a little bit of a controversy in whether you're actually on licence or not. Because one minute you said you weren't, and all of a sudden when the push comes to the shove, you said you were. So because you've been telling porky pies, you've been caught out by, somebody else that's on YouTube and isn't known for his cleverness. You got outdone by him as well. You asked him if he's recording. He said no, and then you went and spilled the beans. After what do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to call you up? I've just made a blatant lie up about him, which would make him look bad that he got knocked out in one punch. And you think he's just going to say, oh, that's all right, then, yeah, you can just take the mick out of me for views. You probably got more views of that phone call than the views that you may got for, making up that lie. So you got caught out by one of the most people on YouTube that really isn't known for their brains. Yeah, I was just filming my knee because I know that I see Brett filming his knee quite a lot. So I think he might be able to get what's the word? You might be able to gel with a video like this. Look at my shorts, man. Very tropical shorts. That's what my missus bought them for me, but I don't care. Not really a fashion man. So yeah, get that paperwork up to prove you're on licence, Brett May, because otherwise Danny has just come into your backyard, into the place where you've given it the large, saying you're the man, and you sat there in your car, locked, underneath a CCTV camera, not showing your location anywhere outside the car, which, if you are on licence, then that could be understandable, because you want to get recalled and you might be able to get some kind of what's the word, clout back, or whatever you call it. But if you're not on licence, and if you can't put any paperwork up to say you're on probation, you're going to make yourself look so bad, mate. Really bad. I mean, even if you're on licence and you're surrounded by all these people that will do stuff for you, surely one of them would have, gone up to the scene and the area and taken some photos, or maybe a gang of your cronies would have gone up there. Was it? I mean, you were saying if you come down to Doncaster, you'll be snapped in half and sent back packing. You couldn't make this stuff up, man. I mean, he came into your backyard, and the people which you said would run him out asked to take pictures with him and selfies and autographs. I mean, oh my goodness gracious me. Look, you have to try and come back from this. Put the paperwork up to prove you're on licence. It's time to put your cards on the table and start telling the truth. Because if you don't, we've got no option but to assume you're not on license and everything you said is a lie. And you know, I've been going on over to another other part of YouTube where they like to question things and put evidence up without judging. But you know, lack of evidence is evidence. So we can't take your word at face value now because you've been caught lying for views. So if you say that you're on license, which is the reason why you locked yourself in a car underneath a CCTV camera, then you got to prove it. Otherwise, you're done in Doncaster. You might as well move out to another part of the world, where another country, another county, when no one knows you, and maybe grow a big beard and grow your hair so people don't recognise you. I would like to give it the big one on YouTube and, you know, go. I mean, this kind of thing might follow you next time you get sent down again, because you will get sent down again. I know you said you swore to yourself that you never go to prison again, but your character, you're going to end up in prison again. You're a marked man on the system. And I'm starting to think to myself, after, I think it was the General's Live where Karma Corner was on, it might have been Frosties, I can't remember which one, but that lady that came up and said a lot of people bought tickets to see you in Wembley because they wanted to see your head get caved in, and then you got lifted by armed police. Now, I'm starting to draw pictures around your stories now. I'm starting to think to myself, did you call the police on yourself because you didn't want to go outside at Wembley Stadium because all those people were down there? Did you get yourself lifted and go give yourself an armed escort out of Wembley Stadium? Because a lot of things are coming out now, and that I was shocked at what I heard about that hit and run thing and joyriding, and the reason why, you know, you had that altercation in the shop. Brett, mate, like, I'm not here to dig out your past and stuff like that. I'm only interested in your behaviour on YouTube. I just want to see a good fight go ahead. And I think you got it put on. If Danny Christie is a worksman, then you got done by a worksman. So what does that make you? You know, less than a not a roadman, not a gangster, not a worksman. And then you're still to be proven to be a fighting man. Okay, yeah, you got in the ring, BKB, and you've had a few, you know, yeah, I do give you your dues. You have been in the ring a few times. You have been bare knuckle. And in all fairness, I watched the Karma Corner replay and his commentary when you had that fight in the BKB, and I agree with him. You could have beaten that person if you had someone in your corner telling you what to do, and not just someone in your corner telling you what to do, but you're actually listening to that person. I do believe you do have a good fight in you, but I think you need to step up a bit. And I don't mean step up with your fighting ability. I think you need to step up with your credibility. So, Brett, I would really like you to see you put your paperwork up online to prove that you are on license and you had no choice but to stay in your car, locked in there, you know, with a jumper on, and I think he had a hat on, I can't remember, and underneath a CCTV camera, because if you can't put that paperwork up there, then it will either make you or break you. It'll give you some kind of saving grace. And on that note, that's my opinion. Have a good days.